Two Democrats were recently charged, Senator Bob Menendez of New Jersey. And to be fair, he raised 32 million. Oh no, right, he raised nothing afterwards because Democratic voters weren't like, yes, it turns out he's a criminal. Let's give him $30 million.
They are panicking, guys. Trump just raked in $35 million within 7 hours of the guilty verdict. And the left are losing the poop in their diaper. Welcome to Dave's Club, your one-stop shop for all things Patriot and conservative. I'm glad you're here. This is just too good. The left just does not know what to do with Trump. Yeah, he got convicted on all counts, but the Trump train is rolling, and really, this is nothing. It just makes Trump stronger. Case in point, 35 million within 7 hours of the guilty verdict, and most of it from first-time small dollar donors. It was a record single day. Well, this of course has gotten the left's panties in a bunch. They are not happy. Let's enjoy a clip from the Young Turks. You'll see the panic. Let's roll it.
Donald Trump's presidential campaign has already announced an absolutely massive fundraising haul in the less than 24 hours that followed his convictions. They said that they raised nearly $35 million from small dollar donors, no less, in less than 7 hours following the verdict. Nearly 30% of those donors apparently were brand new to the Trump donation site WinRed. That comes less than 2 weeks after Trump reported a higher monthly fundraising haul than the Biden campaign for the first time in 2024. So absolute big money. I mean, you can definitely think about the psychology of people who are already have it rough and have already given a ton of money to a guy who is a billionaire and could entirely self-fund his campaign if he chose to, giving even more money as a result of him being found guilty of fraud. But that is what happened, and that was just 7 hours. That will probably continue on through the weekend. They're certainly trying to make it continue. All the fundraising appeals from literally everyone on the right, not just in the Trump campaign. Ted Cruz is trying to fundraise off the fact that this verdict came down. So,
hey, I might as well try to fundraise. Anybody want to send me some money? I'm on the right.
Cenk, I know that you don't necessarily know how to predict all of the effects of this, but this seems like a pretty reliable thing we could have predicted.
Oh yeah, I'm surprised it's that low because Trump raised $50 million in a dinner that he had just about a couple of weeks ago. And that shows you the power of the wealthy, because just a couple of wealthy folks can raise an enormous amount of money. Later in the show, we're gonna do tell you about Miriam Adelson, who's now considering giving $90 million, just one person, to a PAC to help Donald Trump. And that's, of course, her demands are basically, you're to serve Netanyahu, you're to make sure that we don't have any labor problems at our casinos, etc. So, and of course, tax cuts for the rich. So the 34 million number is a big number, totally expected. But I actually don't mind that part. So those are real people who are mad about this. I don't agree with them. I think he was rightly convicted, but it's at least grassroots donors who are saying, hey, this is what I want. There is, of course, like, the Republicans have lost their way in such an interesting way because two Democrats were recently charged, Senator Bob Menendez of New Jersey. And to be fair, he raised 32 million. Oh no, right, he raised nothing afterwards because Democratic voters weren't like, yes, it turns out he's a criminal. Let's give him $30 million.
Cenk is an idiot. He knows damn well why people are giving money to Trump and not to the Democrat. It's because we don't believe he's a criminal. We know the deep state is unlawfully prosecuting him. This is what I hate so much about the left-wing media. They're so dishonest. They really think we're stupid.
Cuellar investigated for bribery from the government of Azerbaijan, okay? And Democrats weren't like, Azerbaijan, bribery? Why? Stovetop, I'm staying.
Yeah, maybe because he really is a criminal, as opposed to Trump, who's being railroaded.
Here's $20 million. No, nobody sent a dime, right? Because they're crooks. But Trump gets convicted and the Republicans are like, yes! Here's, oh my God, I mean, I am not that, Trump's a billionaire, theoretically. I make, whatever the guy makes, right? I make $55,000 a year busting my ass, doing whatever he's doing. Oh, I'm gonna send him a huge amount of my money because he's now a convicted criminal? Look, I know. They believe Donald Trump. Oh, I'm the biggest win victim. I'm such a little baby.
All right, let me pause it here. Look at that face. Who's the biggest crybaby?
And other people did it. It's like what my 11-year-old says. My brother did it too, right? And I'm so sorry to compare innocent children to Donald Trump. But like that's the thing that works brilliantly with MAGA. Like they know he did it. They know he did all the crimes, but they're like, oh, other people do it too. Okay, all right, well then let's prosecute them, right? And they're like, okay, great, let's just prosecute all the Democrats. No, prosecute the politicians who are criminals, yes.
Funny how Biden is still in office. No criminal charges.
I love that they're prosecuting Menendez and Cuellar. Show me another Democrat who's a criminal. I'm super happy to prosecute him. No, Donald Trump is not a special victim. He's a guy who's broken dozens of laws in his life. He's gotten away with all of it because he's a rich white guy.
He got away with it because he's a rich white guy. Makes sense to me.
Who goes around bossing people around, law enforcement around, etc. He gets away with all of his crimes. You've picked the most ironic person to rally around as populist.
All right, I'm not going to torture you guys anymore with the Young Turks propaganda machine, but you can see clearly they're grasping at straws. They don't know what to do with Trump. No matter how hard they hit him, he just gets stronger and stronger. All right, please support the channel by liking and subscribing. I'm trying to get these out 5 days a week, and you don't want to miss it. See you next time.